Kuya here. I'm watching Live for Love TV. Live for Love TV, very educative program. Please subscribe, like, and share. Bless up, Aya.
Welcome back to Live for Love TV. Today is the 13th day of the 3rd month, 22nd year inside the 21st century. Hope everyone's doing well out there. As you can see, I'm in the bush, not deep in the bush, but on the edge of the bush. I'm in the bushes, yeah? Again today, Live for Love TV, as you know, we always deal with unity and not separation. I've done videos before about the them and the us. We all find ourselves in the them and the us, because depending on whether it's our race that's put us in it, our religion that's put us in it, our countries that's put us in it, we always find ourselves in the them and us. The problem with the them and us is that when you're in it, and whatever tribe you're in, whatever you do is justified, and whatever the other side does is explained away as not good. So it's a big problem. So if you watch old cowboy movies, you see two warring factions, one wearing a white hat, one wearing a black hat. The white hat is to signify that this is the good guy, because if you put both of them in black hats, you wouldn't have a clue, because they do the same thing. They kill, they shoot, they murder. So it's hard to say. But once you've justified that this is a good group, they can do anything bad, doesn't matter. We've seen this during the Second World War, especially at the end of the Second World War, when the united forces of England, America and France and all of them put together literally bombed Germany flat. Dresden and all these places were bombed into the ground. These were civilians, but because they were on the wrong side, any act could be done against them until they got to what they want, which is the leaders. It's amazing that people can get away with stuff like this. Right now, as we know, we have a problem with Russia and the Ukraine. Russia is the them, and the Ukraine is apparently the us. But just flip it for a minute. Just imagine if tomorrow Mexico joined the Soviet Empire. Mexico joined the Soviet Empire and decided that they want to side with Russia in the way that they do their communist ideology. Just imagine that, and go deeper and imagine that they even allow Russians to put troops there and have a base there. I wonder what big old America would do about that. I wonder if they just say, oh, no problem, you know, people got right to whatever they think and whatever they want to do. You know that wouldn't happen. We saw it with Little Grenada, just because they wanted to have their socialist leader, Maurice Bishop, had such a socialist ideology, they thought it was communism. They went in there straight away. We saw with Cuba, how many times they attempted to kill the leadership of Cuba because they had an ideology they didn't agree with. So when people are getting into the them and us, remember, as I said, this is why Live for Love TV doesn't go to the them and us. Because the them and us allows me to criminalize or look at something evil, so long as it's against me. But when I'm doing it, I've always got a justification for why I'm doing it. I had a good reason for doing the things I did. And that's always the case with the them and us. And this is the reason why in the world that we live, people play us so easily, because we always join in one group or another. And so people come along with their concepts or ideologies, and we find ourselves siding with this group or that group. All the way during the COVID, though I had my view on the COVID situation, I refused to join the them and us, and what they call the vaxxers and the anti-vaxxers. I refused to join that. I would never join that, because I had friends and family in both camps, and I love them the same way I love anybody in any other camp, whether they agree with my personal view or not. So I don't get involved in the them and us, and this is why I'm not going to get involved in the them and us right now in the war that's going on in the Ukraine. Whether they call it a war or an operation, I'm not getting involved in that. There are things I may agree with or disagree with, but who's right and who's wrong? Who's right and who's wrong? Because once you say someone is right and you stamp your authority to that person is right, I guarantee they're going to do things that are so evil that you're going to literally have to start agreeing with evil in order to justify it. That's what we have to do when we agree with things, when we take the them and us. But anyway, just a little bit of food for thought for you. Try not to get too involved in it. Live for Love TV people. Find that love inside yourself and use that to find your way through this darkness of this earth that we live on. Live for Love TV.
One step more, one step more, one step more. Reach your goals one step.
This is Live for Love